Hi, this is Barry with my $1.25 Dollar Tree glasses. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, I'm a retired electrician after 40 years who has been trying to follow his passion, and I took up quilting as one of my passions, and I always believe that you should go out and follow your passion. So that's what this channel's about, is following your passion. And like I said, mine has been quilting, and I'm addicted to this hobby now. I wanted to show you what I did. I talked about this in the last video. I made this block. It is a 12-inch finished block, and I bought a 12-inch canvas, and I put a 2-inch. I put a 2-inch border around this, and I stapled it to the back. Now, a friend of mine, Kathy, mentioned that maybe you want to put a cardboard backing on this thing and sign it and stuff. I might do that, but I think this turned out pretty good. It's got a little bit of wrinkles, but I think this was my first one. I sort of took the ends and made it sort of like wrapping a Christmas present. I'm terrible at wrapping Christmas presents. You're probably much better, but I thought this could be a thing maybe for me. I thought maybe I put like a little a picture hanger clip on the back of this here, and maybe hang blocks on the wall, my favorite blocks, or maybe you could do Christmas themes or Thanksgiving or Easter or whatever you want to do, and you can just change them out on your walls and sort of have your own artwork. I bought a bigger canvas, so I thought I could do like mini quilts in these. But this turned out as good or better than I thought it would. Give me your thoughts. But basically, I took, this 12-inch finished block and a $2 canvas, and I put a 2-inch border all the way around this, and basically laid it down on the table. Put this on, and the good part I found out about this was right there where your seam of your border is, I just lined them up evenly with that, and I didn't have to really stretch the fabric or anything to do that. So if you cared, I mentioned it in the last video, but yeah, I wanted to do this before I started quilting, because I thought, I know I can piece, I'm not very good at quilting. How could I turn items that I pieced into wall hangings? And these, I think we're going to test this. I'm going to hang it up and see how, if it maintains its shape and doesn't wrinkle or anything. But I'm really happy with it. So there was that. And in this block, this was some of my first sorry, this is my first flying geese that I ever made. So I evidently more money than sense. I went out and bought this flying geese ruler from Creative Grids. I'm going to give this a whirl to see if it makes my flying geese any better. Because I'm a newbie still. It's only been 3 months. It seems to me, for your classic quilts, if you can cut straight, do half square triangles and flying geese, you've conquered a big chunk of quilting. So that's my mission, is to perfect flying geese. And having said that, let's see, anything else. I wanted to tell you a little story here, and by the way, if you want to, I have time stamped all the mail that I got below, so you can skip if you want to head to any part or replay any part. You can go down there. But I wanted to tell you the genesis of my ideals, where I get these crazy ideals. When I was working, I used to go into a grocery store almost every morning, but maybe at least 2 or 3 times a week, to get lunch or something, a sandwich or something for work for lunch. And I noticed that when you go in the morning, you'd go into the store when it was pretty much just employees, that, you know, you'd have the night stock crew, people putting in produce, whatnot. I was able to go through the whole store, see about 20 employees, and not one, not even the cashier at the self-checkout, the person that was standing there monitoring the self-checkout, even acknowledged me, even said hello. And, you know, it doesn't really bother me. What bothered me is there's people in this world that might be the only interaction they have the whole day, or maybe the whole week. That might be the only interaction. And I was like, how hard would it be for one person just to say hello? And, you know, I just thought that was a shame. Like I said, not for me. Maybe they heard rumors about me. I don't know. But, you know, I think about when you retire. Retirement can be lonely. If you don't have a network of friends, it can be lonely. You could be, sometimes you could go weeks and never interact with anybody. And that's what I felt that the Button Club allowed an opportunity for people, not just people that don't get out, but just everybody to be able to interact. And you know, you're important to me. And that's what the genesis of the Button Club was, you know, you have memories, you have ideals, you have thoughts, you're a valuable person, and I wanted to recognize you. I know, I don't know, I think it's a great way to interact between us, and I appreciate it. So let's move right on into it. Like I said, I will timestamp these below so you don't miss a thing. But I wanted to first give a shout out to Kathy C. You know who you are. She sent me these rotary blades, and it is much appreciated. You've seen me fight with my rotary cutter, and I really appreciate that. Thank you. You didn't have to do it, but I appreciate it. All right, I'm calling this meeting of the Memory Makers Button Club to order. I'm going to just show you, there's our button so far. It's filling up. Let's get there. Covered up the bottom. I'm going to open it up here. And the first thing I want to do is correct a mistake that I made last week. Vicki from Beaumont, Texas sent me a button, and I recorded that thing like at midnight was when I did it. And like I said, I'm not a big button guy, but I wanted to show you this button. This is what I showed you last time, and I thought it looked great that way. But she said this button was from the 1930s, she thought, and I didn't. I missed it. I totally missed this, but that's a beautiful old button. So I'm going to commit that to the jar, but I wanted to give her due on that one. My bad. I make mistakes. Let's see. This is from Lyndon from Las Vegas. Make sure I didn't leave anything in here. Ooh. Let's put the buttons right here. All right. And Lyndon sends in a couple pieces of fabric. This is great for protecting your buttons, by the way, and I get to use them later on in a project. That's what we call a win-win. Yay for me. All right. Barry, I am a woman 64 years old. I have my grandmother's button jar, 1 gallon glass. She separated all the white buttons into this jar. She had buttons from her grandma, the age of these. They're probably pretty old. Granny Annie was a major in the Salvation Army. I give you a small white button. There's a white button. Because she would always leave room for others. I give you a small glass button for me. I collect glass buttons. I enjoy your videos and look forward to each installment. It reminds me of my quilting journey. Keep up the good work, Lindy. Awesome, Lindy. Thank you. That is a cute little button there, and is in memory of your grandmother. I appreciate it. Lindy from Las Vegas, welcome to the Memory Makers Button Club. We got about 10 or 15 of these to go today. This is from Marge from Selma, Texas. It says, cute card there. My grandmother's button box is long gone, but it got a jar. I got a jar of this button at a flea market in, I think it's Prima, over 25 years ago. Your videos on YouTube are great. Much luck in your quilting career, Marge. Marge, thank you very much. And thank you for the nice button. And Marge from Selma, I was going to say Texas, is this right? Yeah, Selma, Texas. Welcome to the Memory Makers Button Club. All right, this is from Marie from Fincastle, Virginia. And I'm going to read all the buttons that I have up to this point. If I don't read your button today or your letter, either it's still in the mail coming, or hopefully that is still in the mail coming. I went this morning and got all the mail, so everything that I have up to this point is going to be done today. We're going to read the letters today. All right, here we go. This is for Marie. Where did I say Marie? From Fincastle, Virginia. I should remember that. Dear Barry, I just happened to find your channel and enjoyed watching you. I hope it is not too late to send this button. This button was the only button in my container that didn't have another one just like it. Not sure where it came from, but I hope it could find a home in your button jar where there are other one-of-a-kind buttons. I will be watching more of your channel. I have marked you as a favorite. Thank you very much. I have retired and starting taking up sewing, and I'm always looking for projects to make. Your friend in quilting, Marie. Marie, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And you know what? Look at that button there. I'll turn over on the back there. Awesome button. It's a one-of-a-kind. Marie, thank you. You know what? Did you notice that I can't remember three minutes from Fincastle, Virginia? That's the third time I had to look that up. Marie from Fincastle, Virginia. Welcome to the Memory Makers Button Club. Yay. I'm trying to start reading these in advance. Because I'm getting tired of looking like I don't know how to read, number one. And some of the wording is really hard to decipher on some of them, so I need to figure out what it is in advance. My fault, not yours. This is from Patty. Patty from Jenks, Oklahoma. Awesome. Hi Barry, I stumbled across your video. I think it was in the the churn dash block. I retired right before COVID. We were discouraged from gathering. I think that's when depression started to set in. Yeah, it happened for a lot of people. I needed to find a hobby or something. I pulled out my 30-year-old brother's sewing machine and started making face masks for donations. My machine started messing up, so hubby ordered me a, I think it's a serger, or Singer sewing machine. By then, masks weren't needed, so I started making quilts. Far from expert, but I've gotten quite a few done. I've included an orange button, my all-time favorite color, and the memories. We rescued an Australian Shepherd. Little did I know that Abby would be a chewer. I absolutely know what that is. Legs on the chairs, blankets, and even an orange blouse. I haven't noticed that until I put my blouse on with a hole chewed out in my sleeve. She did outgrow that stage. Abby kind of Abby lived a full age, went through a bunch of I can't read that. I'll just go. Anyway, this button reminded me of her years with us. You know what? Pets are like people, and I really appreciate that. Thank you for your videos, Pat. And she's from Jenks, Oklahoma, just outside Tulsa. Pat, I'm sorry I messed up your letter here, but I'm doing the best that I can for what I can do. But that is a beautiful orange button. And Pat from Jenks, Oklahoma, welcome to the Memory Makers Button Club. And like I said, I apologize. I should really try to start doing this more in advance, deciphering these. All right, this is from Lynn in Slater, Iowa. And Lynn sends me some fabric here. I'll just show you that. I really appreciate this. And she attached the buttons to the fabric that protected it. Some more fabric. Ooh, there's a pretty one. And even some more fabric. All right. Barry, I have enclosed 2 buttons from my mother's button tin. Thank you very much. My mother would have been 91. She passed when she was only 63 and had been retired for only 1 year. Yes, I know. I mean, that's why I retire early, because you never know how long you have. So, Mother was an amazing person. She was and still remains a very important source of love, kindness, and comfort in my heart. I am ever so thankful she was my mom. This fat quarter and fat eighth I also enclosed were from a purchase for a project that got revised. Thought you could add them to your growing stash. They are quilt shop quality. I don't know if they can interact really well with my other I'm just kidding. I really appreciate it. I really enjoy your videos. I always pay attention to the greater, not the few. Obviously, the greater always also enjoy your videos and the Button Club. I have been retired since January 2019, and I have a good time. Sincerely, Lynn. Lynn, thank you very much. I really appreciate you donating these buttons from, I think you're from your mother's button tin. And they will always be right here in this container. And Lynn, welcome to the Memory Makers Button Club. And thank you for the fabric. I am going to store them right up here, and they will be put to good use. We'll do one more and I'll take a break and I'll try to tell you some stupid joke. This is from Whitesville, Kentucky. And fun fact, I'm from Kentucky. It's from Deborah. Let's see what Deborah's got. I always say I was born about 30 miles the way the crow flies from where the Hatfield McCoy, well, where Randall McCoy from the Hatfield McCoys lived, and not too far from, if you're into country music, Loretta Lynn. I'm about 30 miles from Loretta Lynn's Butcher Holler. She sends this nice card, says, a warm hello. Hi Barry, enjoy watching your videos. I love buttons, so I picked one from one of my jars of old buttons. Keep learning and sharing, Deborah. I hope I got that right. Thank you very much. Look at this. This is a very nice button here. I love that color. I love like teal, green. Deborah from Whitesville, Kentucky. Welcome to the Memory Makers Button Club. And I will be right back. All right, I'm back. Let me just go back and tell you, I cannot tell you how much I appreciate each and every one of you that send buttons. I don't feel that I ever do any of them justice, but it's very appreciated. I just want you to know that. If you don't take it personal, it's just me if I screw something up, but I deeply appreciate it. But anyways, I know you've been waiting for this. I have two jokes for you. Don't kill the messenger. The first one is, I have a fear of speed bumps, but I'm slowly getting over it. Get it? Slowly getting over it. Here's the second one. I told my wife she should embrace her mistakes, so she gave me a hug. Ta-da! I never said they were great. They're just the ones I got. Let's see where this come from. Oh. So how you doing? Hopefully everything's okay. I'm gonna, oh, this has got like a little pen here. Here we go. All right. First, we'll look at the this card. Look at it. It's Snoopy on it, and it says happy, 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 happy. A whole bunch of happies. All right. I know I'm going to screw this up. This is Patty from Shirts, Texas. Did I screw that up? Forgive me. And she says, I am a member of the So Let It Be Quilters group at the Shirts Public Library in Shirts, Texas. All right. Dear Barry, thank you for creating the Memory Makers Button Club. It is truly a fantastic way to share our journey as makers. I have included a button I have had for over 30 years. It is a sewing basket and reminds me of the basket my grandmother had beside her favorite chair. I used to love to look through it when I was a little girl and see what projects she was working on each time I visited. She was a prize-winning quilter and my inspiration to start quilting. Thank you for your wonderful vlogs. I really enjoy your content and look forward to seeing each one. Happy sewing and God bless, Patty. Thank you very much, Patty. And look at this little basket button. That's pretty cute. Thank you, Patty, from Shirts, Texas. Welcome to the Memory Makers Button Club. Thank you. And this is from Deborah from Winterville, North Carolina. Oh. Let me get these. Oops. There you go. Aha. Dear Barry, attached is a picture of the blue button tree that I made a few years ago, as well as 3 buttons from the project. You see that? Can you see that? That's a button tree. That's awesome. I also made a red one, the same for my niece Jenny. It was a fun project and, to tell the truth, very expensive. I won't be making any more. LOL. I know what that is like. I love this tree and it sits on my dining room table. Just a note, when I watched your first video, I thought immediately that you should be my brother, and the reason is my son is an electrician and he collects guitars. He is actually fantastic at both. That's where we differ. I'm not good at either. Actually, I was a pretty good electrician, but guitar playing, not so much. But okay, I can be your quilting brother. Keep quilting, brother. You are doing a fantastic job. Deb from Winterville, North Carolina. Well, thank you, Deb. And look at these buttons. You go, oh, I think I got that one up wrong way there. Look, pretty little buttons. Like I said, that's green is my favorite. Used to be blue, but now I think it's Jadette. I told you I collect Fire King Jadette glassware. Deb, make sure I get it right. Deb from Winterville, North Carolina. Welcome to the Memory Makers Button Club. And I really like that button tree. Never seen that before. That's pretty awesome. We got about 3 to go. Let's go. This is from Christchurch, New Zealand. Awesome. I'm going to give you 2 things here. Wow. Okay. Hi, Barry. Thank you for the opportunity to belong to the Memory Makers Button Club. Such a cool idea. Well, thank you for sending the button in. Thank you. Your reach is far and wide, and this button comes from Christchurch, New Zealand. See, that's that one right there. I picked this button because of the mother of pearl effect and loved the way the light catches all the colors. Also, it was flat enough for me to attach to a New Zealand pin, so you will always know where this come from. I wish you well in your quilting journey, Denise. Denise from Christchurch, New Zealand, thank you very much. And that is a beautiful button. And can I keep that pin? I'm going to keep that pin out and keep it with me. I really appreciate that. And Denise, welcome to the Memory Makers Button Club. Thank you. We got 2 more to go. 2 more. All right. This is from Tracy from Ava, New York. And Tracy sends a a postcard here and some literature. And then a card. I like this card. Let's see. Wow. I'll just leave it right there on that like that. And this is Tracy from Ava, New York. All right. This is a nice little card. All right. Hello, Barry. I'm finally able to go mail these buttons. We have been buried under 6 feet or more of snow. Many roofs and buildings have collapsed from the snow and ice buildup. I am sending 3 buttons because there are 3 things that got me started in quilting. The first button is from my daughter's Army uniform. I assume that was that one right there. In 2005, she was deployed to Iraq for 1 month before her 18th birthday. I had the ideal to make her a quilt based on an episode of The Waltons entitled The Quilting, where all the female friends and family members gathered together to make a quilt for when Mary Ellen was to marry. I mailed 12-inch white cotton squares to all of my daughter's friends and to family members to sign or write her a message or decorate for her. I sewed these squares together as the center of the quilt and surrounded them with 12-inch blocks of various patriotic fabrics. It was my very first quilt, and to this day she says it is her best gift ever. Isn't that it? And that is all about making memories right there. Right there. The second button is Chuck the Duck. Right there. Chuck the Duck. From Missouri Star Quilt Company, because Jenny Doan is the first person I started watching on YouTube that quilted. She is the reason why I started quilting and also the reason why I am labeled as a fabric hoarder. LOL. I hear that a lot. That's a common theme, I think, in quilters, right? And the third button is a red heart, which represents the love that is put into all homemade things, whether it is a quilt, a scarf, or just cooking a meal. I sew a heart button on all of my quilts next to my signature. Thank you for starting the Button Club. I am proud to be a member. I wish you the best of luck on your new channel. Your quilting friend, Tracy. Tracy, thank you so very much. And you know what? Those are awesome stories and memories. And I know that your daughter, I would love that quilt too. And let me get the tape off here. Let's double check here. Tracy from Ava, New York. Welcome to the Memory Makers Button Club. Yay. And thank you for the literature. I love New York. I can't sing. The last one here. Here we go. And like I said, if I didn't get your package, I either don't have it yet. So be patient. This one is from Shirley in Alaska. And let me set these all up here. Hopefully you can see them all. Here, I'll even put this little sticker right here. All right. Shirley in Alaska writes this little note. Hi, Barry. Here's a button to add to your collection. It is made from caribou antlers. Awesome. Actually, I'll send you the whole set. I have enjoyed watching your videos. I only started quilting, well, actually just piecing. Well, I call piecing quilting too. Since late 2023. Keep up the good work, Shirley in Alaska. Shirley, that is awesome. Thank you very much. And I'm going to even put that little sticker in there. These are caribou antlers. That's awesome buttons. And Shirley from Alaska, welcome to the Memory Makers Button Club. Yay! Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said, hopefully I get better with these as I go along. But I hope you enjoy them. I'm going to close this Memory Makers Button Club. We're going to put the bar buttons right over here on the shelf where it always stays unless we're doing the video. Thank you very much, and remember to after health but before wealth, memories are most important. So get your family, friends, or just go out yourself and make a memory, and I will catch you later. Thank you. Bye.